Hello everyone, welcome to Yuka's Shonto channel podcast. So I'm going to do the new challenge, the podcast. This is the first one. Welcome. The reason I had this idea because there is one podcast long time ago I was listening, not very much these days, but there is one Japanese girls and one American guy. The guy talking in English and the girls talking in Japanese. They're just talking about the topic from the news, and it's expanding about the relative topic, and it's really interesting. I wanted to do something similar because when I talk to alone, I always have a difficulty, and it's always good to have someone with me to talk about the topic. So here today I got my friend. You wanna introduce about yourself?
Yes, so my name is Jeff.
He is a friend of me, good friend, old friend, and sometimes help me the technical stuff about my channel. So he knows the YouTube channel because I'm stuck at the computer, and he's a Canadian, I'm Japanese, and the idea came from sometimes he asks me hey, why Japanese people do this? And usually when we're talking, it's just we can talk forever. And then, so the concept of this podcast, it's gonna be the cultural difference between Japan and wherever North America.
Like other cultures, yeah.
So and then we randomly choose a topic which is some tiny topic, starting from his curiosity or my curiosity. So hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get started.
Yeah, so I guess the first topic that I want to talk about is I have a few other Japanese friends. And then something I've kind of noticed is that, just observing them, is that when they talk in English, they kind of speak like a regular Canadian or American would talk. But then as soon as they switch to Japanese, they kind of add extra things. Like a Japanese girl would be like, oh. But then when they switch back to English, they don't do that. So I'm curious for Yuka, is there an explanation as to why you might have seen this, or is that normal?
Yeah, it's I remember how you kind of make fun of us, how the Japanese girls talk, we put a lots of sound, right? I hear it, when I'm going to coffee shop and I'm studying, and then there's a Japanese girl sitting next to me and they're talking. It's lots of, agreement sound, right? And I personally, I don't think I put those sound much. And I don't know if you notice it or not, because we don't talk in Japanese much.
Yeah, I pretty much never hear Yuka speak Japanese, so I don't know if she does it too much.
But your friend does, and your friend is...
Yeah, I should swing that. So my friend is Japanese, but they're pretty much born in Canada. So that's why they can speak perfect English, and at least from my ear, they can speak perfect Japanese. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, I never really talked to her much in Japanese. Sometimes I hear it, but because we're not friends, how she speaks Japanese more
Is it kind of straightforward, or different way than the way you speak Japanese?
Different. But probably because of her personality too.
Okay.
But I think there's two reasons. That I can understand how you're Japanese. There is my guess that she's not Japanese, right? Half Japanese, but she's more like Canadian. And then I think she told me one time her Japanese is not as good as Canadian, and speaking is okay, but it's me, right? Not technical word. I can do it. So she gets more nervous. But I don't know. It's just totally I'm judging her. It's she wants to be more Japanese. When she's with a Japanese, she's because I see her post oh, I'm Japanese, right? So she wants to be more like a Japanese when she's talking to Japanese people. So maybe like when you hear like other Japanese random people talking, you hear those like sound, ugly sound, right?
Yeah.
Agreement sound. So like, so she get an idea like, oh, okay, this is how Japanese people talk. So I should add more. Okay. So it's more like artificial.
Okay, so you're saying maybe it's not a cultural thing, but maybe a personal thing for her, that when she speaks to Japanese people, she kind of wants to bring out that Japanese side of her. So she kind of overemphasizes that Japanese part of it.
Including her personality that I assume.
Okay.
It's a possibility.
Okay.
I don't think it's naturally coming, but we know we have a common friend. She exactly, I mean, it's like she had more those sounds.
So yeah, there's this other Japanese friend. So from what I understand, you can tell me if I'm wrong, Yuka. So we have this other friend, and she is originally from Japan, and then she I guess came here, and she has a heavy Japanese accent, and then even when she speaks English, she does include all those ahs and stuff like that.
I think that's more natural. I mean, she's an extreme example. I mean, usually all my friends from Japan speak English, doesn't put so many Japanese way of talking in English, right? But she sounds like she's speaking Japanese when she's speaking English. Anyway, but that's more natural, right? Like she doesn't add anything. And, well, because your question is like, how come the Japanese people are talking in English?
I guess when they talk in general, they kind of add more of these sounds than more than common, I guess, native speakers in English.
So the reason, not sure 100%, but I can come up with is how for the Japanese people, it's more important to agree compared to disagree.
Okay.
So, especially for girls, I think. And it's, I think it's really boring, but I hear a lot of Japanese people talking, I mean, let's just think about like cosmetic, right? Oh, I bought this one. Oh, that color really nice. Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's like Canadian does it too. But it's like more like you keep agreeing with you. Whereas like here, every person has their own opinion, and that's totally okay that you don't agree with me. Like I don't think that color is like, I don't think that's cool. I like this one, but it's okay you don't like it, right? I don't know if that's true, but it just compared to in general, not everyone, but compared to this country, Japanese people, for us, it's really important, like harmony. Do you understand about what I'm saying, harmony?
So it's like you want to keep the peace amongst like other people?
Like think about Japanese people fashion. Everybody's same. Or
everyone wears the same clothes in Japan?
Yeah. Oh, we're island, right? We grown up in an island. So let's say it's Europe, then it's like different culture next to each other, and see other cultures, right? If you're in Switzerland, and then German, French, Italy, it's around the country. So always get the other culture stuff, right? I don't know about North America, maybe Mexican people here, or in Canada, it's like so many different culture people. So differences always. If your school, there's like Chinese there, Japanese, not much, but Indians there, Filipino there, of course Caucasians there, and all their families, different cultures, so differences there, right? Whereas think about Japan, it's like all Japanese, and not many people who, well, that many traveler, yes, but the culture-wise, it's like one. Maybe not only Japanese, like China or Korea too.
Yeah.
But Japan is more like specifically island.
Okay.
Like a long time history. So we really, for us, it's like important. It's like everybody same.
So how would people having these kind of sounds, I guess, how would that relate to keeping the culture the same?
It's just like I don't know. How do you think?
I don't know. I'm Canadian. Is it part of the kind of the cutesy culture where girls have to be kind of more cutesy, so they make these extra sounds?
Could be. Could be.
Okay.
I don't know, like when I'm talking, I'm not really trying to be cutie. But when I hear, let's say, Chinese people are talking or Korean people are talking, I don't know what they're talking about, but sounds really aggressive. Maybe depending on the topic, or maybe they're excited.
Okay.
But in general, and then of course because I'm a Japanese, right? Japanese girl is talking and it doesn't sound doesn't aggressive because I understand what they're talking about. But in general, I just feel, I don't know if you feel the same way, but how the Chinese people are talking, it's like more sounds aggressive.
Yeah.
Whereas like Japanese people is like softer and milder.
Yeah.
How we talk.
It depends on the Chinese language, for instance. So I speak Cantonese and I can understand that sound. And Cantonese typically has a rougher, harsher sound to it, just based on the language itself. You can be talking about normal, nice things like hello, good morning, and that would still potentially sound aggressive.
Okay.
Yeah, but so for Mandarin, for me anyways, when I listen to Mandarin, it sounds softer than compared to Cantonese.
So why I'm talking this is, so it's like, I'm not trying to be cutie, but it's more like softer. And if I put like let's say you talking, right? I keep talking, and then it's like, oh yeah, you're right. Whereas like, oh yeah, I think so, like, okay? Like when you listen the kids talking, you don't know like, yeah, right? It was like, like nicely, like gentle, like maybe we use that sound more. Because we're not aggressive each other in general. And also, I don't know. More question about this? About this one.
So when you speak English, compared to when you speak Japanese, do you feel any difference in kind of mentally how you speak? Do you project yourself differently?
I totally feel the difference.
Okay.
And it's not on purpose. But I sometimes almost feel like I'm a different person. And I don't know why. Oh, okay, that thing is like English, in English, somehow the word is straightforward. And I can find a short word that explain what I want to talk about. So it's like psh, 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 right? Whereas like Japanese, we add more, I don't know, it's like a tomari. It's like
What's tomari?
to reach here, you can go straight 5 minutes, but in Japanese, I'm like choose different way.
Okay.
Like
so you take a roundabout way to get where you want in Japanese?
Yeah, I feel that way. Don't know why, but, and also, well, this is related to how the Japanese sounds. So if there's an age difference, or we see each other first time, I always have a difficulty talking Japanese because we have a keigo, which shoulder respect. And the word we choose is different. So whenever I talk to my instructor, or let's say friend's parents, the parents of course like not close to me, right? you're close to me, but your parents is not close to me. So I get nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Or the first time see each other,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't call you Jeff. It's like Jeff-san, or we usually call family name. So in that way, it's like trying to be more like softer, nicer, smooth conversations, not aggressive. You're not my enemy kind of stuff. So that's the part of it. But yeah, definitely like girls use more those sounds than guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, guys use too.
Maybe I haven't paid attention to the guys talking.
But cutie sound is part of it.
Mm.
This is only my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And this is I don't know, it's like judgmental, but Canadian guy tend to prefer the girls independent.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not only Canadian guy, but like North American. I don't know your preference anyway.
Mm-hmm. Whereas
Japanese guy, what I feel is they prefer the girls has like, if I say really badly or extremely way,
mm-hmm.
the girls has know their opinion. Just always follow the guy, agree with them, instead of I don't think so, you're doing wrong,
mm-hmm.
or I want to do this, I have things that I want to do. Whereas like, oh, you're great, like, wow, you know everything, or like, yeah, it's like just always follow the guy and show respect and just always cute, like, oh, I don't know, like, whatever you want, and it's like, maybe they prefer those type of girls. So to become those girls, the girls talk, it's like cutie and it's like softer and always agree with you. To their friends too.
So that'd be an entirely different topic in terms of discussing kind of what kind of girls that Japanese guys typically like more.
Yeah, it's interesting, right?
Yeah, that'd probably be like another like hour-long conversation on its own.
But the thing is, like, we need like a Japanese guy, because I'm not a Japanese guy. I don't know.
That's true.
What they like.
That's true.
And it's like I have no experience. Yeah. Right? If I have like a tons of Japanese guys boyfriend before, then I can talk about it. But no, so it's gonna be just hard topic between. I can ask about how the Canadian guys or girls prefer, but that's your responsibility.
That's true. We'll get into that another day. It's too long of a conversation. But I do have another one though.
And this is all for today. Thank you for listening to this clip of the podcast. Let me know if you like or not. And I wish you like the Jeff's voice as well. I wish it's comfortable to listen, but let me know. And to hear the full version or extra podcast, please consider joining Patreon too. But not necessary. I mean, thank you for always watching my channel. I'm very welcome for any questions or requests, which it takes a long time to answer for it though. Yeah, that's all for today. Bye bye.